All right, this is another review of the Arrow, episode 3, Cortos more Maltese. Um, I took a lot of notes while watching the series. I watched it again a couple more times, and I was them on. I have mixed feelings about this episode. I wasn't really feeling it, and it was an okay episode. I wasn't typically kind of feeling it. This Arrow episode. It wasn't as shocking as the first episode. It wasn't as much interesting or intriguing as the last episode. I don't know. I kind of have mixed feelings. Overall, I am gonna review it, even though I wasn't too excited about it. And I'm just gonna jump in to my points. Points of what I'm gonna talk about. One is Thea and Merlin's relationship. As we can see, it, it seemed like it was a little rocky relationship, but she decides to go with Merlin, and she only goes because she wants him to train her. He doesn't. She doesn't go because that's my dad, and I should go with my dad. Everyone else here I can't trust them. Maybe I could trust him. No, she goes because she needs someone to teach her, and she doesn't want to feel weak anymore. She doesn't want to feel like that being she doesn't want to be used anymore. And her training, oh my, the training is interesting because I don't know, he starts to get rough and and kind of just gets rough. He trains her like she's a student, not like a daughter. And over time she develops her skills to where she's at now. Um, I'm curious to where the relationship goes because she returns to Starling City, and because that's his only kin. Of course, he's gonna follow her to Starling City. Um, like, will she be his sidekick? But it's very interesting. Um, my next point two. Um, Felicity and her new job with the creepy Ray Palmer. I say creepy because if you didn't watch last episode, and you should watch last episode, he was kind of creeping on her, stalking, sending her flowers, texting her, and he bought the retail store that she was working at. He bought the chain. Now, mind you, he was like, I didn't buy the chain. Um, I had bought something that was there involved, and I ended up buying the chain. Hmm. But she's in her new position. She believes that she's gonna be the assistant, just like she was to Oliver. She's gonna be assistant. But that's not the case. That's not the case. He makes her an executive, an executive at Queen Consolidations. Consolidations. I think that's right. Consolidations. Yeah, I be twisting words sometimes. But yeah, um, he makes her um he makes her a boss. She has an assistant. She has an assistant that gets her coffee, which she's not used to. And it's gonna be an interesting exploration for her to be in that position. Usually she's used to taking the orders, and maybe this might change her position on Team Arrow. Like she instead of taking orders from Arrow, maybe she's gonna start throwing her own ideas, and maybe she will become she like. It seems like the whole thing with Sarah is changing people, putting them in a new path. So this is like her path, and I really hope it might lead to a Birds of Prey storyline because Felicity could serve as Oracle. I don't know. I'm gonna throw that out there. But yeah, she finds out she's a boss. She's not an assistant. She's not a secretary, but she's a boss because she comes in there. She's like, I'm not bringing you no espressos, no phone calls at night, no texting. And then he's like, no, no, wait, wait. Your executive assistant's gonna get you coffee. You're a boss. So so yeah, I was like, interesting. That's interesting. Maybe her role on Team Arrow will change as well too. It might evolve. I'm curious to see where this is going since that was destroyed in one of the explosions that I believe Arrow had blown up because um Slade was looking for certain equipment and they had at that location. They blew the entire building. So they salvaging the hard. So Ray Palmer is trying to salvage the hard drive. So no one he hires can't really do it. So Felicity's like the only one he knows that could decrypt it. Ray that gets into my third thing on Ray Palmer's agenda. We don't know exactly what's his agenda. We always thought, he's a good guy. But it seems like he has an agenda because he finds at the end when Felicity decrypts the hard drive, we find that he finds like top secret projects of weapons, advanced weapons. So that questions to what is Ray Palmer's agenda? Like we know Ray Palmer as the Atom. If you're not familiar with the Atom is similar to they make him Ant Man. He shrinks, and he gets enlarges. That's the Atom. But we don't know where this is kind of going. He finds the top secret projects, advanced weapons, and it seems like that's what he's looking for because he tried to put a team together. He tried to get people to decrypt it, and they're like they can't do it. And he pushed really hard on Felicity to get this done. And when Felicity got it done, like advanced weapons. Like I didn't really think of him about this episode, but what's his agenda? I wonder if it's tied into the whole Ra's al Ghul thing. Maybe Ra's al Ghul is coming and gonna raise hell in Starling City. Don't know. My next thing is Oliver. My next thing I should have led with this after the Merlin thing. Oliver and Roy speaking their visitation when they come to Costa Maltese. Costa Maltese, I believe, is the place Bane is. There's a lot there's a lot of Batman references, and they're taking a lot of stuff from Batman and incorporating it in the show. But yeah, Oliver comes, talks to Thea, doesn't change her mind. Roy comes and talks to her. He's like, I'm not gonna change your mind. If you want to stay, you want to stay. And then it's like she left Starling City not because of them, but because the whole lies. Like I didn't understand that. Like okay, um, granted there was a lot of things that you were not told, but there was a reason. But I didn't really understand why she left. Because if it wasn't because of Roy lying to her, it wasn't because Oliver lied to her. What was it? Like, okay, she threw out the thing, the whole not knowing Merlin was her father. But Oliver just found out that same day. But yeah, but you could towards the end, you could see that her and Oliver, when Oliver tells her how Robert uh, Robert Queen had died, really died, you can see they have that connection where they both need each other, and she decides to come back, and I wonder if she's coming back because Merlin has an agenda of his own. Maybe Merlin had told that Oliver is the Arrow, and they're trying to set him up. I don't know because he could Merlin could be easily manipulating her into doing something that she might not want to do. Um, Then I want to get into oh, Laurel. Wow. Yeah, that's how I feel about Laurel. Laurel, Laurel Lance, who's slowly transforming into the Black Canary, and she took up vigilanting for the first time and wasn't so good at it. She got her butt served, and I thought she had self defense classes because in the first season, she did something. I was like, oh, they're gonna make her Black Canary, but I guess not. But yeah, her transformation is coming along interesting. Like I said, it's kind of like a Batman thing, like how Batman went out, got beaten up, and then he went back to look seek out for help. And I'm kind of disappointed how um, Ted Ted Grant looks young. He's supposed Ted Grant. If you don't know who Ted Grant is, Ted Grant in the DC universe is actually Wildcat. He is a member of the Justice League of America. Not gonna get into him. You need to do the research. Justice League of America is an old group that's way before I believe they're way before the Justice League. So they're like the first superhero group. I thought they were gonna make him a little older, a little scruffier, so we get that feel. I thought they were gonna do what they did in Smallville, introducing the Justice League of Society, Justice Society, like they did in Smallville, onto Arrow, but I guess not. So I was kind of disappointed that he looked a little young. He didn't really look old or fit. He looked it fit, but he wasn't old and scruff like you know how Batman looked it in the Dark Knight, I believe it was. But yeah, that I was kind of disappointed that. But we see Laurel. She wants to become vigilante, and she goes to Oliver and to seek out for training. And then Oliver's like, no, he doesn't want to do it because Sarah would kill. Would if Sarah knew, he would kill him. What's this bullshit? He should have just trained her. He trained Roy. But yeah, and she goes to Ted Grant's gym, and we see that the transformation is beginning from her leaving her ideals of pursuing her ideals of serving justice, catching the criminals that the police can't arrest. Um, the secrets of Argus. That we kind of touched a little bit on Argus this episode with Shaw telling Diggle that he wanted to get out of Argus. Grant, if you're familiar with the Amanda Waller, the Suicide Squad, and how she treats them, that's what Shaw is talking about. And then like there wasn't much fighting. We learned Oliver can make bows and arrows from scratch. That was pretty interesting and pretty cool. We learned he knows how to use a gun, and the facial expression that Roy gives him is like, great. You could have used the guns this whole time. And then I liked how they ended it where Nisa Raza Ghul comes, and then like she's like, "Where's Sarah?" Because we're probably like wondering how did she find out? How did she find out? But overall, it was a pretty interesting episode. It was okay. It wasn't that great of an episode. I can honestly say I didn't really like it, but I'm just tired of the Sarah thing. Let's just find her killer already. Komodo should have been her killer, and then we should just wrap that up. But yeah, the only thing that interested me was the whole Laurel thing and her transformation on becoming the vigilante, the Black Canary, and seeing where that goes. But overall, it was an okay episode. I'm curious about Laurel and where does the whole Thea thing, because Thea hot tea fell on her and she didn't even flinch. So I'm curious to see where that goes. Curious to know if Diggle's gonna ever find who had his brother killed. Damn it, Hive! I want Hive to come already. That would be on a crossover with Flash. Hive. That's all I gotta say. But overall, it was a good episode. I give it A C. C. Yeah, I'll give it a C. But overall, it was a good episode. I ain't got nothing to really complain about. Yeah, it's pretty good. It's pretty good. All right. Thank you for watching this video, and thank you for surviving. Have a good day. Good day, and then yeah, check out my other videos too. Subscribe, comment, like, throw it all in there. Just throw it all in there.